I'm writing this the way I think it happened to me, cleanly, without ornament, because anything softer feels dishonest. The hospital room was beige in that universal way meant to calm people who can't be calmed. Machines breathed for my daughter when she slept. I learned the rhythms quickly, the beep that meant nothing, the beep that meant look up. I learned how to sit in a plastic chair without moving for hours. I learned that time stretches when you are afraid and collapses when you are tired. I sent one message to my family when we were admitted. Short. Factual. No drama. I didn't want to scare anyone. I just wanted them to know where we were. She's in the hospital. We're okay. I'll update when I can. They read it. I know because the app told me they did. No one came. That's not a complaint. It's an observation. I watched other rooms fill with flowers and coats and voices. I watched nurses smile differently when a room had visitors. I told myself everyone had lives, jobs, commitments. I told myself not to measure love by presence because that way lies resentment, and resentment takes energy I didn't have. 2 days later, my daughter stabilized. Not better, just stable. The kind of stable that lets you breathe again but doesn't let you relax. I slept for 90 minutes and woke up with my phone buzzing. It was my mother. Can you help with your brother's honeymoon fund? $5,000 and should do. No preamble, no acknowledgement of where I was. No question mark. Really, just a polite period disguised as one. I read it 3 times. Not because I didn't understand, but because understanding rearranged things. I thought about the months before this, the small transfers, the temporary help that became standing orders, the way my contribution was always framed as convenience, never sacrifice. I thought about how I'd never been asked how much was comfortable, only how much was needed. I didn't reply. I didn't write back to explain that my daughter was lying under fluorescent lights with an IV in her arm. I didn't send a picture to prove it. I didn't argue that love should be situationally aware. I opened my banking app. I removed access. I canceled automatic contributions. I changed passwords. It took less time than the text had taken to type. This wasn't revenge. It felt like closing a valve after a leak had finally been identified. The next morning, my phone rang at 7:14 a.m. Then again. Then again. My father's name filled the screen like an accusation. I didn't answer until the 5th call. Not out of cruelty. Out of curiosity. I wanted to know what tone would arrive when leverage was gone. He didn't yell. That surprised me. His voice was tight, breath shallow. What did you do? He asked. I made some changes, I said. We can't access the account, he said. Your brother's deposits bounced. Things are stuck. I waited. Silence has a way of clarifying who thinks they deserve the next word. You can't just do this, he said finally. We were counting on you. There it was. Not asking. Counting. My daughter is in the hospital, I said. It wasn't an accusation, it was a data point. He paused. Your mother mentioned something. That sentence did more than any insult could have. I won't be contributing anymore, I said. Not right now. Not like this. His voice hardened, searching for the old roots. Family helps family. I am helping my family, I said. I'm sitting with my child. He exhaled sharp. You're overreacting. I thought about how often that word had been used to sand down my edges until I fit the role they needed. No, I said. I'm reacting appropriately. He started to say my name the way he does when he thinks a conversation can still be steered. I hung up. After that, there were messages. Long ones. Short ones. A mix of outrage and bargaining. My mother sent a voice memo crying about stress. My brother sent nothing. I didn't block them immediately. I let the words arrive and pass through me without lodging. There was grief in that space, not for what I'd lost, but for how clearly I could see it now. Here is the uncomfortable truth. I don't dress up. I was useful to them. I was not essential. When usefulness ended, concern surfaced, but it was concern for systems, not for me, not for my child. My daughter came home a week later. She was pale and quiet and alive. We sat on the couch and watched cartoons with the volume low. I held her hand longer than she needed. My phone stayed silent. Weeks passed, then months. The family adjusted. They always do. I heard through a cousin that the honeymoon was scaled back. That word again, elasticity applied elsewhere for once. Do I feel victorious? No, that would imply I wanted to win something. I feel steadier. There are days I wonder if I should have explained more, softened it, offered a bridge. There are days I miss the illusion of being indispensable. There are nights I replay the hospital beeps and think about how close we came to something worse and how alone we were in it. But then I look at my daughter, healthy now, running ahead of me, and I know this much with certainty. Self-worth is not a rebellion. It is a responsibility. And I am done funding a version of family that requires my silence to function.